Welcome to the Runtime Error, the place where programming begins. As we started with the HR series, we have already discussed the two questions. Introduce yourself. Second, where do you see yourself in next 5 years? I highly recommend you to go through those two videos. The link will be given in the description box. In this video, we will be discussing one of the most simplest question, that is, what are your hobbies? As I told you, we will be looking at this question in three different categories. First, what is the actual meaning of the question? Then we will be looking what is the wrong answer people gives, and then we will be looking what is the right answer people should give. At the same time, I will be sharing you sample wrong answers as well as sample right answers as well. So without wasting any time, let's get going. Before do we start, if you are new to the channel, I highly recommend you to subscribe the channel so that I can get more inspired to give you such more detailing videos. So what are your hobbies? So what does this question say that what are your hobbies, which means whenever you get a free time, what you would like to do so that you can keep yourself more happy or productive ways. There are many different hobbies every single person has. It is not necessary that the same person can have the same hobbies. Does this question affect on the interview? I would say no. But the point is, the way you tell the answer to this question, from this it can impact your interview. So I hope you understood the actual meaning of the question. What are your hobbies? What does it mean is, whenever you are free, which means when you are not doing any productive work, what are the things you do so that you can keep yourself either busy or happy doing that. Now let's look at what is the wrong way people mainly use this answer. What are your hobbies? When it is asked in the interview, people just sit and tell, playing cricket is my hobby, listening to song is my hobby, drawing, painting is my hobby. Does this make any sense? How boring it looks like. You are giving the answer in a single word. Playing cricket, listening to song, playing guitar, playing a piano. Doesn't make any sense at all because this does not look so professional answer. This is the big mistakes people do while answering the simple question, what are your hobbies? Simple question, but still we don't know the perfect way of telling the answer to this question. But don't worry, I'm here to help you out. So now let's look at what is the perfect way to do it. But before looking the perfect answer, let's correct some mistakes we do. See, when you are giving any interview, try to avoid telling the answer in one word. For example, playing cricket, listening songs, playing piano. No, totally avoid this. Don't tell anything in a single word because this doesn't make sense at all. Then the question comes, how we should tell the answer or how should we tell the hobby? You should describe your hobby in 1 or 2 sentences. For example, if you are saying that playing cricket is my hobby, don't stop just here. Elaborate it in 1 or 2 lines. Don't stretch it, otherwise it will end up saying the essay on that particular topic. We should tell them in 1 or 2 lines so that interviewer can come to know the brief idea within those 2 lines. So if I was in your place, I would have told them playing cricket is my hobby and Kane Williamson is my favorite cricketer. See how I elaborated. Second example, reading book is my hobby and I'm currently reading the book called as The Alchemist, which is written by Paulo Coelho, and my favorite writer is Walter Isaacson. See, my hobby is reading book, currently I'm reading this book and my favorite writer is that particular person. How I described in 2 lines. Does it look cool now? Instead of saying reading books, I have told them reading book is my hobby. Currently I am reading the book called as The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho, and my favorite writer is Walter Isaacson. Now these answers completely make the sense because it gives a brief idea about your hobby to the interviewer. Now what does this answer showcase is, you have the hobby and still you are implementing those hobbies. It is not like you have the hobby but you are not doing anything on it, right? Most of the people don't even have the habits of reading books, but they tell just for the sake of interview purpose, reading books is my hobby. No. And when they are asked which books you are reading, then what you will answer. So that's why be thorough, be, be means don't try to fake anything. Be as you are. And most interesting point is avoid telling in one word. Reading book is my hobby. I am currently reading the book The Alchemist. My favorite writer is Walter Isaacson. Elaborate it, not more than in 2 lines. Just make sure you are keeping it exactly up to 2 lines. So I hope this video makes sense. What are your hobbies? First, we checked out what is the actual meaning is. Second, we looked at what mistakes people do is. That is, avoid telling the answer in one word. Third way, what we looked at, elaborate your hobbies in 1 or 2 lines. For example, I have told you about reading books, playing cricket. You can elaborate whatever your hobbies are, but make sure you tell them in exactly 2 lines. So if you want to know more about HR questions, do subscribe our channel and do let me know how do you feeling about these HR questions. Till then, have a happy